How much does it cost to maintain a Tesla car is one question that lingers in the minds of everyone. More because gas prices are a bit too dynamic right now. But this question makes more sense if you want to join the electric vehicles fleet anytime sooner. One might still be in confusion to find out more about the total cost to maintain their electric car. So today we bring you a detailed guide which could help everyone get a clear perspective on the total cost to maintain a gas car versus an electric car. So let's get started. Buying a new vehicle needs you to make numerous considerations, and the operating cost factor is probably the most crucial one. Moreover, you cannot deny the fact that vehicles could cost significantly over the years. But how much? Let's say you are a small-size family and would want to buy a medium-size sedan that suits your requirements. If you would keep the car for about 300,000 miles, how much maintenance could you be expecting for a gas car? According to the operating cost calculator by AAA, the operating costs, including fuel, repairs, and tires, could come down to 18.22 cents per mile. That means you could be spending as much as $54,660 throughout running your gas sedan for 300,000 miles. It is huge, and this could mean a potential expense over the years. But why so much? This is because gas cars, or internal combustion engine vehicles, have a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts means a lot of maintenance in its functional life. Therefore, all those repairs and maintenance on all the fluids changes, battery changes, spark plugs, air filters, etc. could combine into a huge sum. If you consider the electric vehicles on the side, you see a lot fewer moving parts in question. There are just not as many parts that would require services and maintenance in its operational lifespan. Even there is a rare need to repair brake pads because of the regenerative braking system. Therefore, coming down to a lesser maintenance cost than traditional cars. Let's have a more elaborated comparison with a Tesla Model 3 sedan. You have a bit of an idea now how much you would generally be spending on a gas car, but what is the deal with a Tesla Model 3? If you look at Tesla's official website for maintenance and service details, this is all they list. Cabin air filter replacement every 2 years, HEPA filter replacement every 3 years, tire rotation every 6,250 miles, AC desiccant bag replacement every 6 years, cleaning and lubricating brake calipers every 12,500 miles or every 12 months. So you can see here what's happening? There are only a few things that Tesla officially asks their customers do to maintain their cars. To get a clearer idea of the same, let's consider a real-life scenario of a Tesla owner who owns a 2018 Tesla Model 3. His job requires him to travel long miles and thus the need for a car that could run 300,000 to 400,000 miles easily. The Model 3 owner was told by Tesla representatives that he actually does not need any service or routine maintenance run on his Model 3 sedan. In fact, he was told to not worry about the car and was advised to turn it in if there is any breakdown. Pretty unbelievable? Isn't it? But this is all true. The biggest chunk of maintenance of electric cars is its tires. Tires on gas cars typically last for around 60,000 miles, summing up for 3 to 5 years. However, electric cars need more frequent tire changes than gas cars. EV tires last roughly half of what tires on gas cars would in similar miles run. Also, Tesla tires require more frequent replacement, but most of it depends on the way you drive your car as well. More aggressive driving would definitely take away a few thousand miles off tires' life. But why does this happen? Well, the critical aspect of electric cars is that electric vehicles are much heavier than gas cars. Battery packs of EVs are very heavy, putting a lot more pressure on the tires. More pressure on the tires means the tires would wear down sooner than traditional cars. Tesla's tires often do not last longer than gas cars because of the weight of the Tesla cars. Moreover, aggressive or more fierce driving can result in faster wearing. Now let's talk about the detailed maintenance cost of a Tesla Model 3 from an owner's perspective. As we mentioned previously about a Model 3 owner who goes by the name Mike, we are now sharing his experience. He had to only spend on horn replacement, front control arm, and rear knuckle bushing repairs on his Model 3 sedan. Call him lucky or anything you want to, but the total maintenance cost him about $3,000. You see, maintenance is much cheaper on electric cars if you compare it with gas cars. Traditional ICE medium-size sedan costs about $54,660 over 3 years, and Tesla Model 3 is doing that for almost nothing in front of it. In the case of Mike's Tesla Model 3, he ends up replacing his tires about 5 times in the car's entire run. He bought 3 summer tire sets and 2 winter sets to get through 300,000 miles. New Model 3 tires would generally cost about $285 for each tire and another $40 on installation and labor costs. This means, in total he spent about $6,700 on 5 sets, including labor costs and applicable taxes. Tires on gas cars often cost about $167 for every tire, with an additional fee of $24 for installation and taxes. Therefore, the total cost spent on gas cars would come to about $4,608 if changed every 50,000 miles, in total 300,000 miles run. The final comparison of tire costs is not that extraordinary to consider gas cars over electric ones. There are some savings on tires cost, but is it a decision maker? Well, we don't think so. Let's move on to other additional money spent by Mike. Mike had replaced his Model 3's wipers 4 times in this whole time, costing him about another $200 in total. Moreover, he chose to replace the 12-volt battery because he thought it was time to replace one as a proactive measure. Another $120 for one battery replacement in 300,000 miles. Still, remarkably cheaper maintenance cost if you compare it with gas cars. So if we sum this together, it costs $9,760, which is remarkably cheaper compared to a gas car's maintenance cost of $54,660. The Tesla Model 3 costs just around 1/6 of the comparable gas-powered car. Comparing EVs to gas cars, listing all the pros and cons of owning each car, makes all the difference when deciding on which is better in long run. Operational or maintenance cost is a crucial aspect of owning a car. You can clearly see that there is a huge difference between both types. Tesla Model 3 is much cheaper to maintain than gas cars, there are no two ways about it. More people are booking EVs in current times, new cars are launched and get pre-booked in a matter of hours. However, not everyone finds shifting to EVs easy, as getting into the electric segment might make you feel weird at first. No oil changes or service schedules to follow could be unnerving at first. But you get to enjoy the incredible benefits of your EVs the more you drive them. Mike's Tesla is a great reminder of how convenient and affordable it is to maintain electric cars. Driving a Model 3 for over 300,000 miles and still clocking a lot less on maintenance is phenomenal. However, Mike has not shared any other expenses on his Model 3. It would be interesting to know if anyone can list if we are missing any additional costs of maintenance on Tesla's Model 3 or Y, which is mostly the same. EVs are definitely the future, and if they become affordable too, would be just the icing on the cake. We can expect the Model 3 and Y getting even more affordable soon with the launch of Project Highland and Project Juniper. What are your views on the maintenance cost of Tesla and gas cars? Let us know in the comments. Stay tuned at the Electric Arena for all the latest Tesla and electric vehicle news.